which I command you, leave aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your power, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal-Peor. For all the men that followed Baal-Peor, the Lord thy power hath destroyed them from among you.
Right, which the word Baal means for confusion.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your power are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right. So if you keep the commandments as a nation of people, we will look well and highly presentable, and we'll be highly regarded as a people in front of all of the nations. So that's the real reason on why we're here. We're here to be exalted against all the other nations. But when you look at the state of Israel now, due to the cursing and the not listening and being a nigger, now we've been brought low. To the point where the so-called black woman, she believes she can just be by herself and she can do everything by herself.
Yeah.
And then she will contradict herself and dating the Edomite. Putting a blonde weave on dating the Edomite.
Yeah.
But she can do that all by herself.
Yeah. Well off Edomite as well.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of them don't even know how to pick the right Edomites. A lot of them don't know what they pick. They just pick any Edomite because in their mind, Esau got money. You ain't never gonna see a so-called black woman pick a Edomite that's worth it that. Some may pick them worth it that, but a lot of the times they don't even pick the right ones. All right, they're going for. They always picking the poor ones, man.
Leviticus 26 and 17.
Right.
The Lord, I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies. And that's what's rousing up Jake in America, man. But they're seeing too much of it, and like the two first, they don't know what to do with themselves. So they're organized and whatever. That they that hate you will reign over you, man.
Right.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth.
That's it. That's it. You're gonna flee when no man pursues. So you could take one cop, and the rest was scatter.
Yeah.
Take one cop, put him in a ghetto with a bunch of Negroes hanging out. They're all gonna scatter like roaches. Why? Because Jake knows psychologically who's in the power seat. When you tell his ass who's in the power, he don't want to see who's in power. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean they know who's in power, but they don't want to say it out loud because they don't want to offend master. All right? But we don't give a good damn about master. All right? We're the masters. Not now. Not now. We're slaves right now. But we know in due time we're going to be the masters of the earth. Okay? And we are the avant-garde concerning this truth, man. All right? We're the people of the Heavenly Father. So that sets us above everybody else. So we know where we rightly fit in on this earth. Go on, brother.
Oh, okay, go on.
This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 25. It says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temporal in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Right, we an incorruptible crown. Because I mean, I might sound kind of a bit exalted, but at the end of the day, we are naturally exalted people. Because if you have the wisdom and understanding, this wisdom and understanding surpasses everything. Even one guy said, look, if you can understand the Bible, then you can, come on, man, you far surpass going to university. Something like that, he said. Roughly paraphrasing what he said. But once you master the Bible, you've actually mastered life in itself. You understand what life is all about and how it's supposed to be. Very, very rare. This is not some knowledge that is comparable to other information. This information is a lot more deeper than what you think it is, man. Okay? This far surpasses the information on what you were taught or what Esau has out there. All right, go on.
Leviticus 26 and 18. This is why you Jakes are going into prison all the time, man. And if ye will not yet hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
That's what's happening. This is why we have went down low as a people. Low. Okay? No pops in the house. Women's on the moms on drugs. Okay? You're born into a life where you're living in an abandoned household. Okay? You're living in a damn shack. That's what's happened to our people. But guess what? Just because this happened to our people, that don't mean that there's no revival. There is a revival. You're looking at the revival. So there is hope. Okay, but I'm just speaking about the condition because obviously we're pissed off about where we're at right now. But there's a revival. And we got a revival. You're looking at the revival. Go on, brother.
Right, verse 19. I will break the pride of your power. Alright? That happened, man. And I will
make no power. You look at the so-called Negro, that man has no power, man. All he's got is a female vibrational. That's all he's got. There's no power. Now, the men of the Lord that's got the shoe, we have power. But it's more spiritual. These Negroes don't even have the spiritual power. Okay? Which is the scriptures going.
And I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass.
So we would be in prison houses. Give me that in Isaiah 4, I think it's 42.
Verse 20, and your strength shall be spent in vain.
Right, and your strength shall be spent in vain.
Yeah.
Because Jake get into the weight room and all of that, and he gets it in. And Jake may do other things, but what can it do? What has it amount to? It hasn't amounted to anything. Alright, all of that black punchless bullshit movement, that's also a part of strength as well, because wisdom is also a strength as well. But what has that wisdom gotten them Negroes down in Harvard? Ain't got them anywhere.
Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Right, meaning the different philosophies going.
And they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivereth.
Right, they are for a prey and none delivereth. There's no deliverance. There's no one that's going to come through and say, you know what, we're going to take these Negroes from a higher estate, take them from the lower estate and bring them on high. And that's in Deuteronomy chapter 68. It says that there shall be no man that shall buy you out of your slavery. In other words, no man is going to bring you out of captivity or redeem you. But the only person that's going to buy us out of this slavery, from bondage, from the bond, okay, that we're under the contract, is Yahweh Shah. That's going to be the man that's going to do it.
They are for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore.
Right, and the spoil and none saying restore. No one's saying, you know what, let's pay back all of let's pay them the money that they've labored for back in 1695 or 1735. They're not doing it, man. They're keeping the money for themselves. That's what they're doing. And it's all prophecy. Go on, brother.
Who among you will give ear to this?
Right, who among you will give ear to this? Who among you are going to hear what this is what's being said? Go on.
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Who will hearken here for the time to come? The elect are going to hearken for the time to come. Not some old bone-headed, red-colored, dreaded head Negro. He ain't going to adhere to none of this, man. Because if you walking around with red dreads on or blue dreads on, and you walking around as a so-called black woman, okay, with the big-ass lips and the big broad nose, and you wearing a blonde weave on your head, you're bugged out your mind, man. You are truly messed up in the head. Okay? Messed up, man. Go on.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Who gave Jacob for a spoil? Go on.
And Israel to robbers.
And Israel, who's the robber? The so-called white man. He robbed the entire planet, man. He even robbed the land from the Native American Indians and took all the gold. He went down to certain parts of South Central America and took all the gold, man.
Puerto Rico.
What's that?
Puerto Rico, rich poor.
Right, rich poor. Okay, the word Rico means rich and Porto means poor. So they've named the land after the goods they done stole from the Puerto Ricans, man. All right. So Esau's the robber. He's the thief. the Lord is going to enter into the house of what? The heath. So that he could take the children of Israel, the remnant that have been scattered abroad into captivity. Go on.
Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned?
Right.
For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
And they can't walk in his ways, because I understand something. The Lord blinded them. And the Lord pretty much put all of that nasty, what is it, that nasty grudge in their mind. And this is why they walking around all crazy, man. Walked out their mind. Messed up, man. Okay, they walking around with colorful hair on, all kinds of colors in their weave. Okay, they walking around here like everybody loves them and it's all right and it's cool and it's a smooth sail ride and this society is beautiful. You gotta be out of your damn mind and think that this society is beautiful. And think that everybody on the planet loves you because of your music. They just like your music because it's entertaining, man. That's all it is. They don't like you. They don't mean that they love you because they like your music. Okay? That's how it is, man. If you're walking around here with no respect for yourself, and all you can do is booty clap for the world to see, come on, man, nobody gonna respect you. All right, what nation of people gonna respect that? And that's why the world don't respect Jake, because Jake don't fucking respect his damn self, man. That's the problem. Okay? And I mean, I could talk about Esau, but Esau, he's really a nobody. They're just a heathen. They're just heathens, man. This shoot is really for Israel. Okay, go on.
Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger.
Right, therefore he hath poured upon him the fury, upon them the fury of his anger. And the fury of his anger is how showing forth that how the Lord will use nations to pretty much intrude on our nation. And that has been done. So when Jerusalem was taken down, the way it was taken down, right, that was the Lord showing his fury. Okay, when these other nations rise up against you, okay, in any form of way, that's the Lord rising up against you. Man's wrongs is of the Lord. And how can a man understand his ways? So this thing goes higher than what you perceive it to be. Okay? So I mean, you may see a Negro walking up and down the street with his pants sagging, hanging off his fucking ass. Hey, the Lord got him in that mindset, man. You can't really get on him too much. All you gotta say to yourself, there's no hope in that spirit going.
And the strength of battle.
Look at this one right here. Look at this crazy walkout right here. Yeah. That's my point. You gotta be insane in the head to walk around as a woman with big nose and big lips and a dark skin with blonde people. You have to be insane. You can't be sane. And there's no way in God's green earth I'm gonna be walking around with a woman like that. You ain't gonna see me walking around with no shit like that. Alright? Go on, brother.
And it hath set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him,
right.
Yet he laid it not to heart.
Right, he laid it not to heart. He didn't lay this understanding of the Heavenly Father to heart. Okay? So that's showing you right there. If you got a nation of people that's trying to fit in, trying to be so-called white people, you know that motherfucker's been conquered. Mentally, destroyed, distorted, messed up, discrepant now. Okay? That's how you know it. And that same joker over there, she'll tell you, oh, why you gotta speak like that? Yeah, because I'm a man that stands up for something. You ain't stand up for anything, huh? Look at you. Come on, man. That's why I don't take Jake seriously. I really don't take nobody seriously, but it's mainly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't take Jake seriously, man. Okay, you may see one Jake, he's walking around with these colorful dreads on his head. And you got another one walking around with gold teeth in his mouth. Right? And then you got another one now, he's just walking around all days and bugged out his mind. Okay, and then you got another, and then you see another one talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Alright? That's just what it is, man. You understand? And I mean, you got some Jakes that are level-minded. You know, they do the best they can do. You understand? But as a nation, man, hey, man, the way we gonna get it together is if we go back to the scriptures. The way Jake is gonna get it together is if they repent. That's it. All right, and I'm not making fun of Jake. I'm just explaining the curses here. That's all it is. But I'm also going into this so that you understand what I'm saying. So that you Negroes can wake up and stop being a damn fool for the ones that can receive the truth. I'm just trying to make you see the dark state that we're in. All right? And you don't need to be portraying that dark image, man. All right? Go on, brother, because it's not all right. You may think everything's all right, but it's not all right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Go on, bro.
Brute 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where we have been scattered for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Right, and to be subject to payments, you got to make extra payments on this and on that. You got to pay your rent. You got to pay your bill. Okay, you got to pay your taxes. And guess what? All of that money you done accumulated, most of that money's going out the back, man. Like you got holes in your back. It tells you that in Deuteronomy 28.
That's be that basket in that store.
You know what I mean? So you may be making a certain amount of money, but it's like you ain't even made no money. So you just working. You're just working your ass off and you ain't really getting nothing. Okay? You go on.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Right, according to the iniquities of our fathers. So we're a prime example. When you commit sin, then there's degradation.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, just look at Jake as a whole. Prime example. Because at one time, you had King Solomon and our people looked beautiful. Stood for something. Okay? They understood, they had high levels of wisdom and understanding at one time. Alright? They had a certain structure about themselves.
Yeah.
Okay? But now when you look at them now, they went downhill. Jake was actually better off in the 60s, man. Could you believe it? Because, I mean, you got to think to yourself, as time goes on, things are supposed to progress. People are supposed to progress. But as we see it right now, as time goes on, Jake is degressing. Okay, but really, the reason why Jake is degressing because everybody else is degressing. It ain't just Jake. It's these Edomites, these white boys out here, these sucker playing, Martian white boys out here, they're degressing too. That's why the society's falling apart. Because it ain't all about Jake. Jake can stand upright. We're gonna stand upright when we get to the kingdom of heaven. But Great Britain as a whole, we just gonna deal with Great Britain for you know a couple of seconds here. Great Britain is out. All right, we can forget about Britain being a superpower. Great Britain is no longer on that super powerful level like it used to be anymore. When you read the book of Revelations, it speaks about how Britain was likened on the lion. All right, because Britain gives the word and everybody has to follow through. Okay, but that's no longer the case anymore. Now Britain has to lean on the back of America, which the back of America has already been broken. Check that out. Go on, bro.
Which departed from the Lord our God.
Right, which departed from the Lord thy power. So if you depart from the Lord, all you're going to do is bring about degradation to your nation. That's all it takes. That's all it is. And this is why our people, they can't think straight, man. Everything that they do, they just can't do it right. The way they walk out the door, they can't even do that right. They putting on blonde weaves and they putting makeup on, they get this caked up makeup on. As the scripture tells you in Isaiah 3, right, on how the daughters of Zion, they will become ugly. It tells you that. And that's the reason why they put the makeup on their face. Because they want to hide the bumps, the black, because I've seen it, man. I've seen it. I've been around these women. I know what I'm talking about. They got the black, they got the bumps all on their face. Okay, they ain't taking care of their hair right. All right, a lot of them got the bald in the forehead because of the weave extensions and all of that. So that's what all of that makeup is for. That's just to pretty much cover the ugliness within it. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Like my man Tommy Sotomayor said, man. Tommy Sotomayor said, he said, we got the worst. And it's true. Because if you go and deal with the other nations now, their women, they know how to be women. They know how to deal. They know their position. But when you're dealing with, you know, the nigga woman, it's like you're dealing with another man. It's like you in the den, man. All right, you got two lions in the den fighting each other. That's how it is, man. Let's just keep it real. We're gonna keep it real 100. And I like to keep things real. Because this is the truth, baby boy. We in the truth. So if we're in the truth, we gotta be truthful about everything, man. All right, go on.
I was just going to say something because
Yeah, go on.
I remember when we used to be in a different area, Jake came and asked us a question, and he was with an Edomite woman, and she knew coming up it wasn't her place. She moved away and said, listen, or almost like she said, this is family business, you know? And she moved away, man. But the Jake woman, a man will be talking, and she will overtalk the man, man.
Yeah.
So they're fighting for the same position.
They're fighting for the same position. So I mean, what's the point? Because at the end of the day, man, I mean, we here, brothers, man. We all want to, deal with the women of Zion. We want to deal with the women of Zion. But the reality of the matter is where you gonna go with that, man? And you know what, too? And just to be real with you, guess what? If you're dealing with one of the women of Zion, the daughters of Zion, which right now, the nigga women right now, if you're dealing with any of them, guess what you're gonna have to do one day? You're gonna have to pay for their hair on their head. You're gonna have to buy their weave. You're gonna have to buy them so they, buy their nails for them. Give them some money so they can get their nails done. But if you're dealing with the women of other nations, you ain't gotta worry about buying no damn hair, man. Because she already got hair on her head. Go on, brother.
Proverbs 11 and 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout.
And I don't cut you too, brother. And if you don't buy their nails, if you don't get their nails done, give them money to get their nails done and buy their hair, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy, man. Go on.
As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout,
Right.
so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Right. Such as a fair woman without discretion. And they're not discreet. They're not secretive. They're all out there.
Loud, man.
They're loud. You can hear them from a mile away. All right? Booty clapping all over the internet. Showing their ass for the world to see. Thinking it's cute. If you say something about it, you crazy.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. Let's just keep the shit 100. Okay, I mean, in this society, and I mean, it's really just a westernized situation.
Yeah.
It's a westernized program. It's not really a worldwide thing, but I'm just talking about the English woman here, the English black woman, and the American black woman. They are through, finished. Okay, gone. Most of them anyway. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are decent, but I'm just speaking of the overriding majority. The majority of them are just gone. And it's not even just the women, it's the men too. The men are officially gone. They are gone. All right, they're gone. Go on, brother. The whole nation is through in the Western Hemisphere.
Like it, especially if they got more money than you. Especially if they make more money than you.
Yeah, if they make more money, they fully gone. They're gone because they were all caught up into the hype. They think that they're shit now because they got a little something. And I could understand why they would act like they better than you because they never had shit. So when you ain't never had anything and you get a little something, now you think you the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even like that. Just because you got something, the material things you have doesn't define who you are. It doesn't do anything to you. Go on.
Jeremiah 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O back that sliding door?
Right.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
Right.
A woman shall compass a man.
And that's what's happening in these households. And this is why the men of today, of our people, they can't stand up for anything. And you can't blame them because look how they were raised. Look how they were raised. A lot of them were raised in the shack. Like Thomas Sotomayor, he reveals to you. A lot of them were raised in broken homes, broken situations.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're brought up in that situation all your life, all you're gonna know is this stability.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna know. All you're gonna know is dysfunctional behavior. That's all you're gonna know. And when you tell this guy what to do, he don't want to be told what to do. He wants to do what he wants to do. Because he's never had a man tell him, look, this is the way you gotta do it. All right? All he's known is to do what he wants to do what he feels. All right? That's all they know. So all you have is a bunch of Rottweilers, or let me just even say hyenas. As a Rottweiler, at least a Rottweiler got some kind of stamina. The dog got some kind of order. Okay? If you display order to the dog. Now, if you got a bunch of Rottweilers in the street corner doing what they doing running wild, killing random people,
Yeah.
selling drugs and shit like that, guess what? Your nation is through. That's why it tells you in the scriptures, if you have a son, right? If you have a son that's of age and he's rebellious against his parents,
Stone him, man.
put the stones on his fucking ass and let's now let's continue on. That's what you're supposed to do. If you have a son that's of age and he don't want to work and he don't want to correspond and be productive, his parents got the right to bring him before the elders and stone his fucking ass. And I can assure you, if that order was put down, if that law is exercised, you wouldn't have these little gremlins playing the streets like you do.
That's right.
You wouldn't have them.
Precept.
Go on, brother.
Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Right, you're supposed to